Okay, third grade. Today we're going to cover how to make a PowerPoint, specifically your partner project that is called All About Us PowerPoint. First thing you need to do is open PowerPoint. You go to the magnifying glass in the top right hand corner and type in PowerPoint. The top hit will be Microsoft PowerPoint. Click on that. And it will open in your dock down here. Okay, the very first thing that you should do, I hope you're all saying save to yourself right now, because you always save first. Okay, and you can name this your name and then your partner's name. So for example, if I was doing my project with Miss Angie, I could call this Sarah and Angie, and make sure that you have desktop selected. You want to save to the desktop so it's the easiest for you to find each week, and then click save. Okay, the next thing, you're going to choose your slide theme, and there are 8 different sections for you to choose from for your themes, and whatever you want, you can pick that. I'm going to go with this theme. Okay. Now, for my title, I can stick with the All About Us, or I can add something different. It is up to you. And of course, you'll want both of your names on the title slide so that you both can get credit. Okay. Next, you're going to want to add 6 more slides, because you're going to have 6 photos to add, 1 photo per slide. So I'm going to click New Slide 6 times. I'll go ahead and save again. Okay. Next, I'm going to click on Slide 2, and you can, if some of the slides give you the option of adding photos straight from within the slide, you can also go up to Picture in the toolbar and click Insert Picture. Okay. Now, if you can recall, when you are adding photos, you are going to want to click on Photos under Media. Make sure iPhoto is selected, and then you find your photos that you have saved in iPhoto. Make sure everyone is working under Student. No one should be under Media Center. Okay, just to make things simpler, I put all my photos on the desktop. Make sure your photos are in iPhoto. Okay, so my first picture is just a picture of me, a portrait. Okay. And here I am in the Media Center enjoying a Pepsi Max. Okay. One of the things that you're going to need to do is resize your photos in order for you to fit text on there, because automatically most of your photos are going to come up pretty large, and it'll take up most of the space, if not all the space of your slide, and you will need room to type things. Okay. Now, there's an option to add information for this slide. Since this is just a portrait, I can just put Mr. Ratliff, or you can be more creative if you'd like. Now, you are supposed to add information about the photo and about you or your partner. So I'm going to add a text box by clicking up here, and then wherever I want my text box is where I draw the box, and then once you have the box where you want it, you just begin typing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. You should have 2 or 3 sentences, nothing too lengthy. Miss Ratliff enjoys spending time in the media center. She puts long hours in at work. So she often drinks several Pepsi Maxes per day. Okay, now I'm happy with what I wrote, but if you'll look, you're probably thinking, wow, that text is very small compared to the picture. Well, we can change that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the text box, highlight all my text, go up to Format, then Font, and it will give you the option of changing the font size. Right now it's set at 18. If we make it to 20, it's a little bit bigger. 24 is almost there where we want it. Okay, 28. Perfect. Okay, now that looks much better and comparable with the photo. Now Miss Ratliff is in the is aligned on the left. Say I want to put that in the middle. I will go to my formatting palette, go to alignment and spacing, and click on centering. And there we go. I think that looks better. Alright, let's go back and save it. Okay, your next slide will have another photo, and it's your choice. Say if Miss Angie and I were doing this together, it could be the first 3 photos were all me, and then the last 3 photos were all Miss Angie. Or you could do Miss Ratliff, Miss Angie, Miss Ratliff, Miss Angie. It's however you want to do it. You decide with your partner what works best for you. Okay, so my next photo is actually my photo with a friend, which happens to be Miss Angie. Once again, remember, you're going to iPhoto. I'm going to my desktop, and I'm adding this photo. Once again, I need to resize it. Okay. I'm going to add another text box. This time I'm going to do it on the left. Okay. Miss Ratliff and Miss Angie enjoy working together in the media center. Let's see, what else can I write about us? We love to laugh all day long. We make a great team. Okay, and I'm going to title this, I could do Miss Ratliff and Miss Angie, but I'm going to be a little bit more creative this time. I'm going to title this Media Darlings, which is sometimes what we call ourselves. I'm going to want to align that in the middle again. Okay, and I'm also going to make my font bigger, which I'll need to highlight my whole text first. There we go. Now I want to pull my photo down just a smidge. There we go. Okay, I'm going to save again. And for my next photo, you were to get a photo of yourself doing something that you really enjoy at school. So I have a picture of me reading in the media center, and I'm in my favorite chair, the comfy chair, and I'm with one of my favorite animals, my stuffed narwhal, whose name is Gormley. I'm going to put my title as Miss Ratliff loves to read. I'm going to go ahead and add my formatting toolbar so that I can quickly align my text in the center. Okay. I'm not going to write as much for this photo, so I'm going to actually put my text box down below where I don't have as much room as I did before. Okay, Miss Ratliff loves to read. There are over 13,000 books in the Media Center. She wishes she had time to read all of them. Okay. And I'm going to want that font a little bit bigger. Change that to 24. There we go. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and save. Now, since I'm just doing this PowerPoint as a guide, I don't have a partner, so I'm not going to do the remaining slides, 5, 6, and I needed to add another one. There we go. But if I were with a partner, they would add their own slides, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, the last thing that I need to do is add transitions. Now, transitions are just a way of moving from slide to slide with a type of graphic. So just like the themes, I'm going to click on transitions, and there are a lot of transitions for you to choose from. There are actually 10 different sections, and whenever you like a transition, I'm going to click on slide 1, and then the transition that I like, I click on that, and that is now the transition. Now, some transitions give you the option of changing the speed and the length. Most of them are defaulted to fast, but you're going to probably want to move it to slow or medium for you to really see the effect. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the dissolve transition for slide 1. And then for slide 2, I'm going to pick something else. I'm going to go ahead and change that to slow as well. And then for slide 3, I'm going to add this transition called box out. And I'm going to select slow again. And then for this slide, let's find something else. Oh, this one looks fun. A kaleidoscope. And I'm going to make that slow as well. Now, if you want to see what your slideshow is going to look like with the transitions, you come down to this button at the bottom that says slideshow. And if you look on your keypad, you will see a right arrow button on the bottom right hand side. You will use that to advance each slide. You will also use the left arrow button to go back. So that was one of the transitions. Here's another one. Oh, I like that one. Okay. I didn't add any transitions to the other slides because I didn't add any text or photos. Okay, what's the very last thing that you do? You click Save, and that is how you make a PowerPoint.